Hey y'all, this is AL Thick Madame, and this is the recap review for Family or Fiance, the newest episode that came out, which was episode 2. I'm behind, but y'all, I am slowly but surely catching up, so please bear with me. Okay, so this episode surrounds the couple Chase and Eric. I'm going to start off on a positive note. Because I don't want to come off too harsh as this goes on. But in all honesty, Chase, her eyes are like so beautiful to me. Like, I'm an eye person. I like honest eyes. That's what I call them or whatever. But like, to me, she has gorgeous eyes. But anyway, let's go on ahead and get into this. So y'all already know when I do that, I'm about to just go into some foolishness. Y'all, off rip, we learned that Eric proposed to her the night after he cheated on her. So within a 24-hour period, he decided that he was going to propose to her. Now, he later on in the episode states that that had already been planned, but I'm just like, for you to cheat and then turn around and propose to this person, why not just say to yourself, okay, I cheated. I need to take a step back, reevaluate myself, let her know what has happened. Let me get some help if I really want to be with this person. And if she decides to stay with me, and y'all don't know what's going on. The police just did the most. What's going on? But, yeah, y'all pardon the interruption. But that's not what he did. He just was like, yeah, this was what my plan was. Let me go on ahead and go through with it. And I don't know how soon after he proposed to her, he actually said to her, I cheated on you, but she was accepting of that too, and we'll get into that. Y'all, they are concerned about the finances and the cheating that has happened, because nobody is sure as to whether or not he is going to continue cheating on her. And it's like she's just accepting of this behavior, and a lot of people feel as though she emasculates him and all. Like, it's just a lot. They argue with each other. With them, it's either on or off. Either they're really, really great, or it's really, really bad, and there's literally no in between. It's crazy. So they argue a whole lot about finances and all the stuff that usually is the main thing outside of sex that makes couples divorce in the first place. So I'm like, how y'all think y'all gonna last? But who am I? Anyway, the people who are coming are her mama, her cousin, and her best friend. And the same goes for him, his mama, his cousin, and his best friend. Y'all, I don't feel as though she is over him cheating, meaning she has really forgiven him for it. They were in their meeting with Tracy McMillan and just discussing it. Like, she broke down. I was like, girl, wait a minute. Y'all have been engaged for 1.5 years. Now, we didn't learn until just a little bit further into the episode that he had this 6-month-long cheating fiasco going down. And I'm going to tell y'all some more about that as this goes on, because there was a little bit more to the story that just made me be like, okay, what is going on here? Yeah. So, yeah, like I said, the most was going on. He was cheating. She over here crying. She was so mad that she exposed the woman because, like, he was, of course, getting all these messages from the woman, getting these provocative pictures. And she exposed the woman on social media. She even went so far as to send the nudes or whatever other things that were in the messages that were sent to her fiance to her actual mama, the woman, the other woman's mama. Like, she was mad. And I ain't gonna lie to you, I have been the type of person who, like, if I get mad enough, ain't no telling what I would do. Things that I probably would have never thought I would do, I would do. I have not gone that far as anything like that is concerned, but I've had to learn that there were things I probably never would have thought I would do until I was tried. especially when I wasn't doing nothing. It's like, you trying me? Really? This is what you do? So it's like, I kind of get it, but it was still a lot. That's a whole lot for you to be putting up with, and you still are like, hey, I'm going to stay engaged to you. It's like, girl, what's holding you there? But anyway, the tasks that they've been given are, he has to go with her family to discuss money management as far as him and what he makes a month and how they spend the money. And she has to give his family a timeline of everything that has happened during the duration of their relationship. We later on find out that they've been together for a total of 7 years. And yeah, it's just too much. Y'all, the trust issues are very much so prevalent. I just don't understand for her to be so hurt and all that, why she would just continue to stay in it. Because I'm just trying to understand, what dog do you have in this fight? So anyway, y'all, they went over the money management with him. He was talking about their rent is $1,200. The car note is $600 because she has a bad driving record. They have a $300 $300 or something alcohol budget that they go through in like a month or a week or however often they said. And I'm just like, why is y'all spending $300 on alcohol? For what? Y'all, anyway, like, everybody was tired. Like, because her mama was like, yeah, I would love to see in the miscellaneous column what you gonna put for alcohol, because yeah, and everybody was like, 300 and something dollars, like, for real. Then with her, she was given the timeline of everything that's going on. Nobody knew the extent of the cheating on his side. He had been doing the absolute most. And so they looking like, oh, well, now we understand why people have been deeming you to be the crazy girlfriend. She was depressed. She's 100% blind in one of her eyes. And then the other eye is going all the way through too. And I'm just like, girl, what in the world? And so, like, she's angry. Like, she's like, look, we've been trying to get pregnant for I don't know how long, and I've gone to the doctor. Everything is fine on my end. He ain't doing the things he need to do because there's too much alcohol involved, and the doctor already told him he need to be done with that, and he need to lose weight. He ain't keeping up his end of the bargain. So she gets angry with him about that. She gets angry with him about the finances, because instead of saving money for the wedding and saving money to just have an emergency fund and just normal money set to the side just in case, he'll go out and just celebrate nothingness and go drinking and all this other stuff. And she's like, I stay at the house because I know we need to save. When he's discussing all of this, he's like, well, the situation is like this. If it's not something that she deems to be important to her, that's when she'll have a problem with the money being spent or saved for it or whatever. And I was like, I see both sides. It's still a lot, y'all. So, his family is just looking like, wow, we never knew that all this was going on, and you in your feelings like this, like the most is going on. So, y'all, whoever the heifer was that he was cheating on her with, the people on her side of the family were like, okay, so were you taking money out of the household to fly this heifer out? And he was like, no. So they were like, oh, so she was taking her own money to drive or fly or however she was getting to you just to screw you? And he was like, yeah. I'm like, what kind of sex was he putting out there? What is going on? These people is doing the most, but I've been there. Not me, meaning I'm the one who's out there driving forever and a day to go cheat with somebody. I didn't drive and do all this to be somebody's mistress. My ex has done this to me. I had an ex who did this. He'll literally be with me and then lie like he was going to work, or that he had some kind of work thing that was in another place that was like an hour and a half, 2 hours, 3 hours away. And he would literally be somewhere with a random heifer. Instead of him being in one state, he'll be in a whole nother state. Or he would go to the state where a lot of his family resides and he'll be busting it wide open and telling these heifers to bring it back. And then when he would go on vacation, when I couldn't go because I was working, he would go to Vegas and he was screwing people there. Like, it's just like, why? Anyway, and I mean, in all honesty, this person has come to me, has apologized, and realized that everything was not all terrible like he was trying to make it seem in the moment when everything was over. And it's just like, okay, you did the most and you had everything and then some in me. We could have gone to counseling for the minute, very stupid things that this person had a problem with. They were creating scenarios in their mind, trying to make it seem like I was the one out here busting it wide open when I wasn't. And it's just like, come on now. It's you this whole time. It was you. But you want to sit up here and try to make it seem like it's me. But okay. Y'all, so I just think it's ridiculous that people sitting up here putting in all this effort to go cheat when you can either say, you know what, this ain't working for me, let's be single, or let me take a step back, or you cut it off and say, you know what, I have a problem. Let me go get some therapy to work through my issues, to understand why I'm doing this to you, because you are good to me. That's what I didn't understand about this couple, because they would sit up there, go to bat for one another, while everybody's coming at them, rah, 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 all this other stuff. I'm talking about, they would bring up all kinds of valid points about each one of them. And like, she would set it off, and I'm like, girl. And I mean, I understood her point. To her point, yes, her mother was not there for her emotionally. And she grew up in a home where her mother was very like not emotional. And a lot of times all we want is a hug. We want you to just say, it's going to be okay. We just want words of encouragement in that moment, despite the fact that you might be telling us the truth about how something's not good for us. I feel like there's a way that you can say those things and convey them and still get that point across, but love on me in the same moment. She grew up with her mama just always saying, well, you a dummy. You a dummy for staying. You a dummy for dealing with it. You a dummy, whatever. And it's like, I get it. I really do. And I mean, I was sitting there like, yeah, girl, you're right. But at the same time, she's like, okay, I understand that, but be my mama, be loving, and come to me and love on me and hug me and help me to kind of feel in this moment. Sometimes we just want to feel and let these feelings out and say, these are emotions that are raw. I'm feeling this. I want to feel this. Maybe if I feel it and you show me that you love me and you care about me and you want better for me, then maybe I will have my eyes opened a little bit more and be more receptive to the things that you're saying to me. But her mama is like very woo child, and I get it. And my mama ain't want to be trifled with, but I'm just saying, like, for her to have such a hard exterior, I'm talking about my mama now. Anybody who know my mama is the real deal. My mama is the baby of her family, and don't nobody try her. You would think my mama is the oldest. Everybody relies on what my mama say. My mama is really, in all honesty, treated as if she is the oldest child. Like, it is crazy to me, the family dynamic, because my mama is everything. But she has a very rough exterior, so to speak, but she knows when to dial it back. And I think that's why she and I both went into the field of social work. Even though she didn't use her degree, I used mine, and I plan on getting back into it. But she has that capability to be soft and soften herself, soften her heart to the people who need it. She knows when to be hard. She knows when to dial it back. She does have moments where she kind of like go off the rails, but it's all because it's passion behind it, and I get that. So yeah, y'all, it's just a lot. I mean, and her mama was just like, he's done all this to you, why would you still want to get married? And I understand, I fully 100% agree with that assessment. And it's like, you're on the outside looking in. Every time you come to me, you coming at me, telling me, he did this to me, he did this to me, he did this to me, why he doing this to me, why he doing this to me? You beating your head upside a wall, why? And I get it. So, it is what it is. Y'all, dinner came, everybody around the table. Oh Lord, that's when everybody was ganging up on him. Like his family was like done. I was like, dang, if y'all didn't see this episode, y'all, his mama was even looking like, bruh, like you knew you was wrong. Like everybody, I mean, his cousin or best friend, whichever one it was reading. Like everybody was tired, and like she got so distraught. She was like, I need a cigarette. I was like, Lord, not a cigarette, ma'am. So they did the second day check in, and I'm confused because at some point in time he was talking about he was depressed, and I'm like, how are you depressed when you out here living your life? And it's like, I mean, in a way that's ignorant of me to say, because a lot of people can be depressed in their own ways and not show it. But I don't know, in my mind, I just wanted to be like, and just be like, how you depressed when you out here doing what you do? And you got a woman at the house who giving it to you. You got a heifer flying in, driving in from a whole nother state doing the most for you. And you don't feel any kind of validation somehow. Like, I don't understand. And it's basically like, it just seems as though he was just in his feelings and he didn't like the fact that his woman was telling him what it was, which is, you're not doing what you need to do financially, and you out here doing what you want to do, and you're using the money frivolously, and he didn't want to hear that. Whatever. Y'all, it was brought up as to whether or not she has truly forgiven him for cheating on her, and I don't believe it. The task is going to be for her and him to write down things that they want to forgive one another for and move on from, and basically bury it. And they're literally going to bury things. Y'all, they end up doing the task. They ask the family to come out there and watch them bury the stuff. Everybody tried to have a little moment, and I was just like, okay. Y'all know how I get. I'm really trying, but they're terrible with the finances, and this cheating, I don't know. You know, every now and again, people really do what they're gonna do and say what they're gonna say. But at the same time, some people really do say, okay, I'm not gonna do this again. I realized how bad this hurt you. I'm not gonna do this again. And they really don't. And they really do everything within their power to prove it. I don't feel like there's trust. Just like a lot of the other family members said, they don't feel like the trust is there. They don't feel like the communication is there. But for whatever reason, everybody got to the blessing ceremony and was like, we give you blessing. We give you the blessing. We give you the blessing. And I was just like, okay. They got married at the end of September of 2019. And I was like, okay, do what you do. So hopefully they'll do an update. I think they've done, yeah, they did. They did updates before. I'm hoping that they'll do updates again because I want to know how this turns out. I'm not wishing bad on anybody. It's just, I really felt like since they, for whatever reason, they were just a couple of months out from their marriage, which was in September. I just wanted them to get some counseling and really, really work through things. I don't know if they did or not. I know every now and again, some of the couples are in my comment section. So if y'all are in the comment section, let me know what's going on. Are y'all still together? Are y'all actually getting counseling? Like, I don't mind being corrected. I don't mind people coming to me and saying, oh no, this is what happened. Because I've had people to come in my comment section before who literally were the people who were in these shows. And I was able to validate that they really were those people, and they gave me an update. I don't mind that. You know what I'm saying? If you give me an update before the show, or at least, you know, just give me what you can, because sometimes they do the updates. I would appreciate that. Anyway, hopefully y'all enjoyed this recap review. I will be back later on for something else. Y'all have a good weekend, and y'all be safe out there, and I'll just see y'all later on.